Hey everyone. You know how we're in this great time of upheaval due to like a balanced realignment of like the knowledge of, yes, the heart can assist, but we're kind of having trouble still getting to that existence. Like, why put faith in the heart? Because we've got so much other stimulus and competitiveness to focus on. So we kind of get carried away in that. But I want to bring to you the fact that with the heart, you can rely upon it. And with the heart's use more and more that you break open, which means when you have ups and downs in life, we tend to learn over a period of time that, okay, perhaps that's not for me. And so we'll kind of leave one direction and we'll go to another direction. But when we truly recover at the heart and we get the heart growth in that, then there's a foundation building where the heart, we've learned we can rely upon it. And that the breaking open and the shedding and the leaving of parts we thought matched our heart. So it just pays to leave behind easier by this fact that our hearts and souls are continuously doing an unfolding of growth. So who we were at that time, life will tell you there was something beautiful there for you, but you are resonant more in these directions now. It'll show you something. Life will show you something. When something's ending, there are other beginnings that perhaps we either didn't notice and then we'll start focusing on, or something will get our attention. So it's really, I want to bring to you the point and the fact of recovery, that we are designed with this heart nature that hasn't left us here on earth to fall into suffering, that we have to find the strength with each other, with the solar plexus and with life. And it's tough. It feels heavy with the lower 3 chakras, which is foundational, relationship, and identity in the world. And it feels like they break open each time we go through some kind of breaking point in our life. But remembering we're designed with this consciousness system for here, for our soul's highest experience, and you only progress higher as you keep continuing. And so the center point of the chakras, like, I want to remind you of the lovely colors. The center point we can rely on for rising our consciousness through it. So yes, we feel heavy and we feel like breaking open at times through our foundational relationship or our identity, but you can always find your way onward through the emanation of the heart and soul into why things are happening. Not like a direct answer as to why. Let's have a look at my other lovely picture, since I just noticed the color. See, focused on the heart. Spread your wings and keep opening to the light of life. I love doing that painting. So you're designed to always keep going back, and don't be afraid to ask assistance from others by feeling in your vulnerable state, because that breaking open of light, others like being of service in that way, where they can offer themselves in service and assistance because they know they're human as well and they've been through things. So that's why I love sharing too, because I have been through a lot in my life. So and when you keep going and keep learning and keep opening, you really have, we all really have a lot to tell that we don't realize is gold. Like rising back up through our solar plexus, when in our guts, our stomachs, our guts, our torso, the trunk of our tree planted here to grow, it can feel stuck, and the heart can feel like lethargic, like I've got to keep going on through this, like what else is life gonna dish, you know? But we got to remember and join together, you know, with each other in any small way that is a bright light, emphasis on the heart coming back out into life. Like it, when I say on show, I don't mean anything but your light is shining again. Your light is on show as to right it should be. We came here to do that. And then you have the clear blue throat chakra and the indigo third eye and the violet white light of the crown. You know, so we just have such clarity to grow into as we embrace and realize more and more we are a part of a big divine support system, and we're not here forever. So this big divine support system has got their eye on us, has got our backs, and they're watching to see how we connect with others and giving us ideas how to do that. So sometimes we just, in our lower states of breaking through what we want to hold on to, but it's falling apart, it's breaking open, we can miss seeing the gifts in front of us because we're too focused on why does it have to change. So why is only answered by not asking it so much. The why comes to you through the clarity as you just do the work of shedding, letting go, but in the same chakra consciousness, also look to allow connection. Because I don't know if you remember, I'm sure we all do, but we've all had like our hearts broken open from certain things. It might have been saying goodbyes for different things. It might have been shocks, or we had to leave somewhere suddenly, or something happened suddenly. So we've all had that happen to us. But it was we found ways that surprised us to bounce back, but we didn't think we'd find a way. And that's the work that we have to admit is our journey, that we have to walk what seems like a dark tunnel sometimes. But it's when we get through to the green paddock, the heart chakra, whilst on the planet, because it sounds like I'm talking about when we pass over, there's been talk of like a white light and, you know, you're in like a paddock. I remember hearing that somewhere. every soul has a unique experience. So some similarities, yes. We go back to light for healing and release and growing again with our body. But on earth, it feels so good when we have found our way back to, like we didn't think we were going to, but then we found our way back to, into the heart chakra. And also a lot of times too, if we could just give recognition to, after we have shed, we do have a lot of clarity. So, you know, next time, if you might be thinking that, you know, life is difficult, just remember what you've been through and how you made it out of something with such clarity. Because I'm feeling like I wanted to express this because my throat chakra now feels like, and I mentioned it in a video earlier, that once we get out of the spiral of the lower three, thinking we're losing everything and we won't be the same person, but then we connect and we rise up like new earth sunlight into this open field we didn't realize we had. All right, so you hear those important things. There's stretching out of our light for a little bit of connection, and together we raise up, however we all connect. I'm feeling like the throat chakra is in the flow of clarity now that I've waited for, because I feel lucky looking back in this moment, which is why I wanted to talk about this, that, you know, you look back and you say, I have had ups and downs, but what I've learned through all of this is that alone or connecting or a blend of both, the heart just kept coming online, and I kept going forward and learnt so much and had great times, unexpectedly, unknown, and that's grand. That's like vibrant, radiant, green pastures. I think my guides are playing with me right now with those words because I mentioned the crossing over part, but it is like the veil does thin. I think that's the message as well. The veil thins when we have less earthly dependent security context. So like we are in the world, but we're not of the world. So as you grow and shed and follow through on what you think you're being like, where am I being led? I thought that was permanent. And we learn nothing's actually permanent. Like we're not here for like a permanent journey. So as you expand through your ups and downs and you keep going and you get all this beauty in life that you didn't know, and you're expanding, and you get more clarity in the lighter truth, and you can just see further. And there is such, it's so true that, what do they call it? The golden years of life or something? I mean, I'm only 49 and I don't even think of the number that often, only when I look back at my journey. I go, well, yeah, it's been full. But like the golden years of life, I feel like is when we get that clarity, when we've done the work of keep raising through the heart and sharing ourselves, and the soul comes online more. And whatever age, this can happen at different ages due to different souls. We're all different souls, and the energy shifts on the planet. So the new souls coming through as well. They will probably evolve quicker in soul clarity, because they won't have as much blocks of the 3D world as we had, because there's a lot on its way out and they aren't aware of everything that's going on, so their consciousness isn't a part of that yet, so they're supporting with the light as well. And I'm pretty sure there'll be some powerful little souls to carry on this whole process of the 5D. And I don't know about you, but just like animals, the children seem to be like